Hi guys! I'm super excited to be launching my cooking channel on YouTube. In our very first episode, we're going to be learning how to make our own bread at home. In fact, I'm going to share my family favorite recipe for white bread. It makes the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I think after you try it, you may just not want to buy bread in the store again. So meet me in the kitchen and let's get started.
Leaky faucet, creaky floor. We don't even
Start by proofing the yeast by combining 2 1/4 teaspoons of fresh active dry yeast and a 1/4 cup of water. You'll want to use warm water, but make sure it's less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Feed the yeast by adding 1 tablespoon of cane sugar. Whisk the ingredients and then let it sit for 5 to 7 minutes. You'll want to use your mixer's dough hook attachment. Start with 4 cups of unbleached bread flour. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of coarse kosher salt, and 2 tablespoons of non-fat dry milk. Next, you'll add 4 tablespoons of room temperature salted butter. Next, add 1 1/2 cups of water. Don't forget about your yeast mixture. I like to add 1 tablespoon of oat bran and 2 tablespoons of millet. With the dough hook attachment, mix on low until all the ingredients are well incorporated.
All the riches put together, all of sunny California weather could not make me love you.
You want to give the dough a nice workout, so next, increase the speed to medium-high and beat for 5 minutes. Place the dough in a large buttered bowl and cover with plastic wrap that's been sprayed with vegetable oil. Let the dough sit until it's doubled in size, about 1 1/2 to 2 hours. Using a Pullman pan will produce a nice compact loaf that's easy to slice. If you don't have one, just use a regular loaf pan. It'll work just fine too. To keep your fingers butter-free, slip your hand into a sandwich baggie before generously buttering the inside of the loaf pan. Next, turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface. Work the dough for a few moments, and then shape it into a rectangle so it fits nicely inside the pan.
I am quite the feisty thing, no, not the kind of girl you'd bring to meet your mom and dad, but honey, I'm so glad you choose to see in me the good and not the bad.
The dough needs to rise one more time, so cover it with plastic wrap that's been sprayed with vegetable oil. Allow it to rise about an hour, or until it's worked its way 1/2 to 3/4 of the way up the side of the pan. Generously butter the underside of the Pullman pan's lid, and set the pan on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Depending on how high your dough is risen, you might need to gently press down the dough so that you can securely snap the lid into place.
We'll go about a dime a dozen, row by row. They're here today and gone tomorrow.
Bake in a 400-degree oven for 40 minutes. Then transfer to a wire rack until it cools completely. And there you have it, freshly baked white bread.
Mine is not
To see what else you can do with this awesome recipe, check the description box below.
Enough mistakes to last me for my heart.
Music by Mindy Gledhill, available on iTunes.
But